Hello. Please, what's the time?
11:13.
Okay. I asked that question because I once met a man who said, I don't talk to people who don't wear wristwatch, who don't wear wristwatches.
Who have no regard for time.
I said, they have no regard for time. But anyway, Alewa and I, that's us. But someone else is here to help us ask us what's the time. You heard her laugh already. Janet's in the house. Hello, Janet.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As usual, good morning.
Welcome.
Great, thank you so much.
So, what's your time?
Good. What's my time? It is, just as Auntie said, 11:13. But the question is, how important is time to you? And then again, is there anything like African man's time?
No.
No, there is
And I answer that one with capital letters, capital N-O.
And the question is this, time really doesn't wait for anyone. But the truth is, you can't buy time. You have to live through time. And the thing is, with time, everybody has time. But the problem is, if time is misused, it can cost you a lot. And I'll say time for everybody, it's a valuable asset, but to a large extent, a lot of people take time for granted. And, and it's really funny, unless there's the unfortunate circumstance of brought about by health, everybody has time. It's just how well you use it, right? Okay. But then again, there's always pressure with time. Do you know there are two types of time? There's clock time and there's real time. So if you are 20 or you're 60 or however old you are, that is clock time. You can't be any less. You can't be any more. That's when you're born. You're exactly 20, 60, however old you are. That's clock time. With real time, okay, you have a project that you want to do, and you want to give yourself 1 day to do it, but you eventually do it over 3 days. Instead of 1 day, you do it for 3 days. That's real time. It took you 3 days to do that project. Okay. The truth of the matter is that time can either drag by or fly by. Depends on how you use your time, right? And how efficient or effective are you with your time? The question is, what do you do with time? You either organize your time, schedule your time, budget your time, or I would say arrange your time. That's really how, when you're managing your time, you've got to do either of those things. Do you budget your time? So you're telling yourself, I'm going to this function, I'm going to only spend 1 hour there or 2 hours there. Or you go to the function and you end up spending 5 hours there. How well are you using your time? And I'm always saying that. That is really what time management is all about. But are you in control of your time? Or why should you be in control of your time? At the end of the day, you want to be efficient. So you want to at least do the right thing. Or you want to be effective and do that thing right. Or you want to be productive. You want to get results. You want to get profits out of using your time. Time is not there to be wasted. Time is there to be used properly. And that's the truth. But then, business or social events, what do we really see? We see perpetual lateness. I mean, I don't understand. In a business setting, for instance, it's important. You have an event that is slated for 4 o'clock, and you get there 5, 5:30, or even 6 o'clock. For a business event, I mean, you've literally missed most of it. And sometimes, a social event, okay, you could be a little bit subjective with social events, but at the same time, they have a luncheon that's scheduled for 2 o'clock. And then you get there at 4 o'clock, or you get there at 6 o'clock. I mean, what's the essence of going if you've missed 2, 4, 5 hours, 3 hours, And you ask yourself, why are people late, or even perpetually late? Why is it? Sometimes you may have a genuine reason. There's a time clash. So, okay, you get there a few minutes late, and you know you're going to be late because there's a bit of a time clash. But then sometimes you get some people that they want to be fashionably late. So they walk in and it's like, see me, I've arrived. Or they really want to be noticed. That's why they come late. Or you get some people that they arrive late because they don't want to be the first to get there. Have you heard that slogan? I don't want to be the first to get to that event. So they really take their time so that other people are there before they get there.
Sometimes the excuse is, oh, they never start on time in Nigeria.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Some people take it as the norm. That, you know what? 1, 2, 3 hours late is normal for the environment we live in. But you know, it's a mindset.
And
It's a
it's
a mindset.
organizers of events are changing.
Yeah.
I know of a friend who was going for an event.
Yes.
I was like, oh, forget it. This is the same seminar. They're always late. Guess what? By the time he got there,
I will even tell
they had
you
said
something.
the program was over.
Some people, it's because they have misplaced priorities. You know, so they're busy doing something. They take too long in doing it. They're not being effective. They're just being efficient, but they take too long, and they've misplaced their priorities. Then they say, oh yeah, I'm now ready to go. When you know it's an event for 2 o'clock, you start leaving at 4 o'clock to go to that same 2 o'clock event. It doesn't really make sense. And then again, there are some people that, because they only have the intention of spending 1 hour at the event, they typically go late. It's really funny because last weekend was the Institute of Directors event, and they normally, you know, people say, again, some people think, oh, you know, it's a big crowd, they're not going to start on time. But guess what? They started bang on 4 o'clock, and they finished bang on 7, which was the schedule. And some people were strolling in at 6:30, and they were wrapping up. You see, so it's about setting the right precedence, isn't it? But then again, you know, what time costs us a lot. What does it really cost us? For me, I would say if you misuse your time, you can really lose job opportunities, right? You can really lose business contracts. You can miss a flight. You can fail in an exam because you came in late. You can do very poorly in an interview because you came in late and you were all flustered. You know what I mean? At the same time, you know, your productivity can be poor because you're just a perpetual latecomer, and so you've wasted so much time. And even at the end of the day, for you as a business owner or for you as a company, you can actually lose profits because people are late. You know, and the question is, why are people late? What is the real issue? To be honest, there's always pressure for time. You know, sometimes you might even find yourself working, and you can't see any results at all. You know, I can't see any achievement. I've been working this whole week. I can't see any way forward. Or you are somebody who is working and you know yourself that you're not an organized person. So as you're working at the same time, you mismanage time. So you have an assignment to do. It takes you 10 hours to do the assignment when you know if you organize yourself better, within 2 hours, you can do that assignment. Then there are some people that, as they're working, all right, they are busy, but busy doing nothing. Have you heard that before? Busy, you see their head down, you see them writing, but tell them, what are you doing? They're actually busy doing nothing. And that is really time wasting. There's so many people like that. Then sometimes you are really working. You're really stressed out. The pressure for time is you now need time to rest. You know, you really need time to take a break and rest. And some people don't get that. Then there are some people in the working environment. They have done a full day's work, 8 or 9 hours, and they have done nothing. How does that happen? You have an assignment to do. You open up your laptop, all right? And the moment you open up your laptop, you say, oh, let me just quickly check my email. And before you know it, you spend 2 hours on your emails, and you've wasted the whole day. At the end of the 8 hours working day, you've literally done absolutely nothing. Again, how are you managing your time? If you're anything like me, personally, sometimes I think I need 36 hours in a day to get the day. 24 hours is not enough. And why am I saying that? It's because maybe I've written down something and I want to do it. And before I know it, I've done so many things in the day that have... So, for example, I've had a meeting, and that meeting stretched from 15 minutes to 1.5 hours. It's wasted my day. So I feel like if I had more hours, I would do more things. Then I have to say that managing your time is really important. The etiquette of managing your time is really important. And the question is why? If you manage your time properly, even when you go to events and you get there on time, you can leave there on time. It helps you structure your goals. It helps you with your goals. When you manage your time, this is your goal, your short-term, medium or long-term goal. If you manage your time well, you're on the right path towards achieving your goal. Again, it spurs you to do rapid action. So if you manage time properly, this is what I need to do, and I need to do it now. All right, not later. At the same time, it helps you to be organized. It helps you to structure your day, your week, your month, or even your year. Of course, if you manage time, you're able to save time.
Yeah, not pushing it a bit.
So for instance, you want to build a house over a period of time. If you structure your time properly, you'll be able to achieve it. But if you don't, it's going to take you a whole lot longer. You know, you want to do a master's program and you want to finish it within a set time. If you don't structure your year, it's going to take you longer than normal, you know. And of course, you're able to commit to your tasks more effectively. That's the way I see it. And at the end of the day, you're able to do more important tasks first, you know. But with time, I don't know, we're in an environment where time is always misused. I don't know why some people have a flight to catch. A flight is not going to wait for you. Time waits for no one, you know, and you already know that the border is going to close 2 hours before the flight time. And then you rush into the airport panting, you know, knowing fully well that you literally have 10 minutes left. Why do you subject yourself to that? It's really about organizing your time.